Let's start again. All right, we're going to try this again. Welcome to Eastern Hancock High School. We did this last week. I don't know why it was that way.
We're good at that.
So we're getting ready to get going here. Both teams are coming out as late as they possibly can here. And we're doing the national anthem right now. So we'll be right back after the anthem here.
So Nine Star Connect has been a leader in this community for 130 years. They were the ones that made Hancock Regional Hospital one of the most wired hospitals in America 30 years ago. So they have been leading the technology aspect for 130 years. Everything that we do in this county is built on the infrastructure that Nine Star Connect has built for over 100 years.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
All right, we're back. So as we were talking about when we were muted, I was asking Coach Allen if he remembers a game like this in his playing days.
Yeah, and it was 2014. I believe it was the second round of sectional, and it was pretty similar. Probably not hurricane force winds, but rain or snow and sleet, basically straight sideways in your face for the whole night. I think there was 0 passes thrown on that night, and Cooper Henderson ran for a lot of yards to lead the Royals to a victory.
So I kind of expect the same thing, and unless someone's volunteering to go wipe down our camera lens every time it rains on it, we're going to have some blurry images here. We do have 2 cameras. So we have the one that we always use, and it is homecoming tonight. So we have, and it's going to be delayed. That 2 seconds is always going to delay. But we do have our PTZ camera inside with us. That's point, tilt, zoom, if PTZ. We got that because it's homecoming tonight. And this is going to be a memorable one. And I watched, I don't know if we mentioned it, but I watched the kids warming up before, and they were having some fun out there.
Yeah.
So I think it's one that it's going to be miserable for the fans.
Sure.
I think the players are going to it's going to be one of those unique experiences that they're going to enjoy. So,
well, it's like the commercial that just played from the IHSA. It's like sports are special. And this is just another reason that you can say that. Like, tonight is going to be etched in these kids' brains forever. They'll never forget this game, the moments that happen here, the warming up, all that. This is what makes high school sports so special and so fun to be a part of.
And we're going to have – this is the camera we're going to use most of the time, but we do have the one where we can tilt. We want to make sure we catch the homecoming festivities. I think our biggest concern right now is the power. So I've heard there's power out all over the county, and we currently have power here, so for now. So I didn't see who was receiving here. The wind is definitely going from east to west. So the team going toward the right of your screen is going to be going against the wind. The team going to the left, I imagine we'll see 0 passes going that way.
Yeah.
And then might see a pass going toward the west, but still that's going to be risky as well.
So the coin toss looked like Milan deferred, and the Royals are going to receive, obviously. So.
And one other thing that we mentioned a little bit ago, it's going to be very difficult for us to see numbers with the window being water all over it. So we'll do our best, but we will try our best to call out names. We didn't get through all of our pregame stuff, but maybe there'll be a timeout The positive of this, I expect it to be a quicker game than what we've had. We won't have an hour first quarter, hopefully.
Yeah. That should, if we have an hour first quarter, something pretty interesting happened, I'm sure.
And one thing some people talked about in the press box a little bit, it's not cold. So it's not a cold rain.
Right.
It's not a miserable cold rain. It's just windy and
yeah.
wet. All right, kickoff by Milan. And it's played by Manship, I believe.
Yep.
And he's going to slip and fall right there. And I think that's what they're going to have to adjust.
Yeah, you're going to see that a lot. So it's going to have to be an adjustment. You got to talk to the kids about how you're running. They can't be real long strides like they're normally trying to reach top speed and just maintain. It's got to be short, choppy steps basically the whole night. So you're going to have to shorten that stride and plant or chop the feet before you plant anything, or your feet are going to go out from underneath you.
So already nearly 300 devices watching, and we haven't ran a official play yet. And so the Royals have Eden in the backfield with Wheeler next to him as Manship, I believe, moves in motion. And the low snap, Eden's just going to run with it. He's going to get to the outside, and he's going to pick up the first down. And I think I did talk to Coach Gallion. That was one of their concerns, was even the snap.
Yeah.
Even getting the snap accurately back to the quarterback could be tricky tonight with this wind.
Yeah. By the end of the night, I don't think there's going to be a dry spot on a person, on the ball, on the field, anywhere. So it's going to be advantageous to take advantage of that quickly and early in the game, because here before long they're all going to be exactly the same wetness, dampness.
And Wheeler there gets a nice pickup there on first down, gets about 6 yards. Wheeler had over 200 yards last week against the Panthers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, performed really well. Got a really good push from the O-line. I kind of got some heck from the O-line this week. Why are the O-line guys never Paxton Sweetcorn players of the week? So, well, here's your chance, gentlemen. Tonight's the night. It'll come down to the line.
And another handoff to Wheeler, and Eden falls down. Oh, no, Eden had the ball, and he falls down trying to escape. And what's your options cleat-wise? Is there anything for the monsoon hurricane?
When I was playing, there was different – you had the cleats that you could put different tips in. Anymore, I don't think that those cleats are very popular. I think most guys just have kind of
universal,
universal, like a rubber tip to them already that's just formed into the cleat. So you don't get that option, really, unless you just have different pairs of cleats, which some of them may, but for the most part, I don't think many guys do.
So that's going to be a pickup. Now it's at least a option here, and I don't even think you can punt against this wind, so they would be punting against the wind. So this is going to be a lot of fourth downs, especially going this direction. We heard a rumor there was a 60-some yard field goal in the game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that was on turf.
Gonna guess it's probably on turf, yeah.
And with the wind.
And 100% with the wind.
So here we go, fourth down, big play. Eden's going to get to the outside, and he goes down. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
On his own doing. I don't think he was touched. I think he just fell down.
Yeah.
Couldn't cut, and I'm not sure if he lost yards there or not. But
yeah, it's going to be very, very big adjustments by players right now.
Yeah, definitely a learning curve to all this, especially on a grass field. So we'll see who can kind of meet that challenge head on and quickly as Milan lines up here for their first offensive set.
See if we can get there. Players. I might have to pull up the there's a handoff to number 15 off the right side. He doesn't get much. That is John McKeon. And we will, our player to watch was Austin Green for the number 31, but we never got to it in the pregame. So he's one to watch. He's leads them actually in rushing, listed as a wide receiver. So he's there on the wing spot right there.
Yeah. Ball never got snapped. Yeah, should be a false start there on Milan. If he's in the wing spot, it's probably from a lot of jets, kind of like Hayden was getting early in the season. Those jet sweeps where you toss the ball forward, those, well, if he's leading and rushing, those would count as passing yards. So interesting that he's just listed as that, I guess.
And we do have, I think someone said there was 97 games going on tonight. So not as many as normal, obviously. A lot of schools have postponed to tomorrow.
I think they said there was supposed to be 154 on tap for tonight, and we ended up with 97.
So a good number of people playing.
And there's a pass.
Oh, it's going to go deep. And it was just overthrown, but that ball flew pretty far. The quarterback is Wyatt Marsh.
Yeah. Hard to tell if he got that much on it or if the wind helped him there. But, yeah, a shot taken early there from the Milan.
And part of that's probably just trying to see what he takes something early here when you have the wind just to get an idea. Do you need another? There's one here.
No, you're good.
Right there. We do have a replay. We'll see. So far, we don't have any visitors in the booth with us. It's really expected to have a few people in here.
Quarterback keeper. Oh.
Yeah, he's going to lose quite a few. And that's going to bring up a fourth and really long.
Yeah, this could be a record night for either defense, potentially, if everybody just keeps going backwards.
And again, the scoreboard may be wrong. As you can see with the clock there, it gets water on it quite often, and that'll mess up our scoreboard reader. It's actually 4th and 20 right now. Need to do some adjustments. You got it?
Yeah. Milan goes ahead and takes a snap. It's to the quarterback. He goes ahead and boots it away, and the Royals are going to just let it go. It takes a big hop, a Milan bounce, and it does just creep into the end zone. So the Royals will start with relatively good field position. If you can see on the screen, I know the rain's going to make it a little bit hard, but right there around the 30 to 40, the field's starting to already get a little chopped up there. So anytime the ball's going to be in that area, it's going to be, I think, rough sledding for either team. So I think you'll see the field kind of end up looking like that by the end of the night, the whole thing. So we'll see how the field holds up here as the Royals take their second possession of the game.
All right. Does not want to read the 10. All right. So Eden with Wheeler back with him. And it's going to be a handoff to Wheeler again, and he doesn't go anywhere. This time the Indians are right there. And this Milan Indians team, both teams come in 3-2 tonight, but Milan traditionally really, really good football program.
Yeah.
Their coach has been there for a long time. I think it's his 17th season. And we'll just kind of talk. Here's the weather. It's about 70 degrees, rain and windy, and about 30-mile-per-hour winds. So
you could convince me that it's a little higher.
And Wheeler tries to get out, got about 3 or 4. Doing a nice job at holding on to the ball with two hands, too. It's going to be very slippery.
Absolutely. Ball security, along with everything else, is just going to be a huge part of the game tonight.
And here we go, 3rd and 7. Eden in the shotgun. We never did do starters, so we'll try to get the starters at some point. And Wheeler again, right up the middle. He breaks one tackle, can't get through the second. And he's still going to be about 4 yards short.
Yeah. Picks up maybe 2 there. Looked like he was up on his feet for a while. Only able to pick up 2 or 3 there. Yeah. Going to be real interesting to see who can just get their feet into the dirt just a little bit more than the other guys and who can get a push or who can hang on. Because at some point, too, the rain's going to make it hard to tackle people. You're just going to start slipping off. So
Wheeler's going to get enough for the first down.
Big hole.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line. The right side of the offensive line gave a lot of room there. So first down, Royals. And we just lost some scoreboard. I don't know why.
Nice 9-yard gain there by Wheeler. Really good push there from the front 5 or 6. Wheeler again, right up the middle, trying to break away. Just can't get in past that first point of contact. Able to pick up about 1 yard, though. I have my little stat sheet here. It goes up to 37 on one side. We may hit that before the end of the first half. 37 touches here for Wheeler.
They want us to clean the lens. If you would like to volunteer,
I'd love some volunteers.
I got some towels. Actually, I think we have a pretty good picture for as hard as it's raining.
And as windy as it is. Ooh. Wheeler lost some footing there.
Yeah. Good job. Good pursuit there by number 66 for the Indians. Gotts.
Yeah. Going back to that idea of Milan being a perennial program, I mean, in my experience, I can only think of 1 year where they were down, and that, I mean, again, was my senior year, but every year up until then that I remember playing, it was always a dogfight, and even in 2013 when we made a state run, that was one game that we had to fight and claw back to get into because they had taken a early lead, and that was one that you kind of questioned if we were going to make the comeback or not. So.
All right, so we got our first time out. We're going to take a quick commercial. Be right back right after this break. You're watching Eastern Hancock football on the EH Sports Network.
Yeah, I am. Are you going for prom royalty?
Yeah, I'm going to try and win this year.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Reagan, look out! Ah!
The Royal Huddle after the timeout. Let's look at our offensive
Elijah
starters.
Eden, quarterback, Greenfield, Indiana.
Evan Wheeler, running back, Charlottesville.
Austin Brown, wide receiver, Greenfield, Indiana.
Eli Manship, wide receiver, Greenfield, Indiana.
Cameron Delgrange, wide receiver, Shirley, Indiana.
Luke Manship, tight end, Greenfield, Indiana.
Ethan Carter, offensive line, Shirley, Indiana.
Joseph Allenball, offensive line, Carthage, Indiana.
Christian Wisman, center, Greenfield, Indiana.
Braden Hester, offensive line, Wilkinson, Indiana.
Carson Smith, offensive line, Greenfield, Indiana.
So Eden keeps the ball and unable to really go anywhere there on that first down, or was that
third
down
play? Yeah, really good open field tackle there by Austin Green. Edon looked like he's kind of got his footing kind of figured out there. Short and choppy steps, but definitely not going to have the explosion that he normally does, at least within the first couple 5-6 yards off, from the line of scrimmage.
Big play, and Eden's going to keep it again. Can he make one guy miss? Nope. So it's going to be another turnover on downs, and we have yet to get to the east end of the field. And you can tell by the field I don't know how well you can tell from the screen, but that area of the field where they've been playing is already getting pretty muddy.
Yep. Yeah, that'll definitely be a factor to keep your eye on tonight.
See a lot of volleyball players watching the stream. Hey, some of them should be in the homecoming. Should be out here for homecoming.
Yep. Caitlin Lowe's is on the court.
You know, what's she doing watching it? She should be out here, right?
She must be sitting in her car waiting to come out here when her name's called, I guess.
Volleyball team has a big invitational tomorrow. We'll talk about that at some point. Ooh, jump, but they throw the flag.
Wide receiver out there. Oh, no, on us. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think they got us. We jumped in the neutral zone there. If that's really a thing in high school. It seems like they throw the flag pretty quick on those.
Yeah.
They don't let you get back.
There's no real chance to get back, no. Maybe if you get just in the first quarter of a yard, maybe, but.
The volleyball team they play Heritage Christian at 9 a.m. in the morning. And then they play Ben Davis at 11 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And depending on how they do, depends on if they play at noon or 1 in the third match.
Ball's on the ground.
Oh, a fumble.
Royals all think they have it, and they do.
Oh, let's see it. And it kind of looked like, I might have hit the replay too early, but it kind of looked like he kind of got stood up there. And then so they started ripping at it.
Yeah, Garrett Shaw there. Really good job standing him up and just kind of trying to rip the ball out. I believe the ball carrier was Cameron. Was that Gills? Gilb, excuse me. Tiny print there. Milan's got a lot of players listed.
Hey, there's another homecoming court member or homecoming. Yeah, the whole volleyball team's watching from the car.
Oh.
They're just not wanting to get sick for the match tomorrow. That's what we're going to say. It's not a toughness thing. They just don't want to be sick. Big match tomorrow.
You going to be live streaming that?
We will turn the camera on. I will not be there.
Yeah.
So the cameras will run and stream, but I will not be. We will not be announcing All right. See if we can get to the other end of the field here. As the ball is dropped on the snap, Eden snuck through one guy, but couldn't get through another. And snapping the football is difficult right now. Cheerleaders are doing a good job. We actually have a pretty good cheer block over here. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to zoom in on it at a break. And the cheerleaders just finished a cheer.
Another timeout.
Yep, another timeout, Royals. I don't think I set up the timeouts. Let's check out the cheer block.
Yeah. Look at those tough kids.
I don't see any volleyball players. You see any volleyball players?
Nope, no pink shirts.
Okay. Got cheerleaders.
All up against the fence.
Cheerleaders toughing it out. And it's easy for us to say. We're dry.
Yeah.
So where we're at.
I think I put in my time, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I'm not sad I'm not out there. Although the new rain ponchos are a pretty fun addition there on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, freshman me would have liked to have had one of those a couple times.
All right. And the fake the handoff. Eden's going to try to get away, and he can't. Just can't get any footing right now. And obviously the field is much worse. They looked like they were doing okay early in the game, but as the game's, it's just been steady rain all day. I expected to rain all day tomorrow. That's what one of the reasons for going ahead and playing is field conditions probably are not going to be any much better
I can't
tomorrow
imagine.
other than the wind. The wind would probably be better, but it was going to be a sloppy mess and probably more of a sloppy mess than it is right now.
Yeah, I think the rain's set to continue pretty much through the night and into tomorrow.
All right. 3rd and 12. And we're just – Eden's going to try to run it, and he does make – that's probably his best run since the first run.
Had a nice little hole there. If he could have made that last guy miss, I think he may have had a gap there. Milan's set to take a timeout here.
All right, let's do some of our pregame stuff that we never got through. First of all, your announcers tonight, Joe Paxton and Cole Allen. And we are currently dry, and I'm shocked that there's not people with us. I really anticipate. I even cleaned up behind us because I expected there to be a
Did some housekeeping tonight, huh?
Yes. And I don't know. There's nothing we can do about that glare on that camera. Royals schedule. They are 3-2 with wins over Frankton, North Decatur, and Knightstown. And it's been high-scoring game. I think we're going to see a different trend tonight.
Yeah.
So all those games have been super high-scoring. I think we've had, 3 games with over 90 points scored.
Yeah.
And Milan tonight, and then they're at Monroe Central, and then they'll be homes. We got a couple more home games we got to play on this field. So hopefully it gets back into good shape after tonight. For Milan, they're also 3-2 with the win over Rushville, Switzerland County, and Greenwood Christian. Look at that Greenwood Christian score.
Yeah.
So
looks like one of ours.
Yep.
Almost our exact Frankton score, just a couple points off. Pass here from the Royals. They're going to take a shot.
He's got him.
He's got Manship. He's got to make one man miss.
And what a great throw against the wind.
Wow.
Let's see that.
Yeah, you're going to watch Manship here make a double move. He's going to stop and turn like he wants the ball. They're going to do a cross here at the beginning, stop, want the ball, and then 15 just loses him.
Who said we couldn't throw tonight?
Yeah. Wow, really impressed there.
And that was against the wind. There's still 29 seconds before we get the wind to our backs. So really impressive throw and catch there. And are we going to we going to have another play?
I think we'll go to the quarter if I had to guess.
So some of that could be Milan maybe doesn't think you can throw it that far.
Sure.
And so they're playing up a little farther. We are going to end the first quarter with no score, 0-0 here. And we'll flip into the field. The Royals will have the win to their back in the second quarter. We'll be right back right after this commercial.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
There's our cheerleaders, and we've realized that was not the quarter break. There's still 1 second left in the first quarter, so one of the teams took a timeout. We think it was the Royals, right? We're now out of timeouts.
Yeah, it shows 0 on the scoreboard for us. I believe it was. They pointed our direction, so.
Oh, gosh.
You got trips to the near side here with Brown, Manship, and real sure who that is.
Nearly a turnover. And
not the way you wanted to end the quarter, but
nope. And now we're going to
still maintain possession.
We're going to flip the field, and we're going to be in the mud pit.
That would be my assumption of why the timeout was taken, to stay out of the mud bowl down here and try and get one more play on somewhat clean grass. So that would be my thought process on that one.
Yeah, that makes some sense. All right, now we're going to take the quarter break.
Are you sure we should be driving?
Yeah. I only had a little bit.
Look out! Whoa!
I do want to thank everybody for joining us. I don't know why they stayed home.
I can't imagine.
It does seem, hey, there are some Milan fans over there, though.
Made the drive.
Let's give them some credit
and
here.
are sitting in the rain.
Oops, I don't know. I don't want to miss a play, but we'll switch here real quick. Here's your Milan faithful.
Not bad.
There.
Not bad at all.
And I'm sorry, I don't know what, that's obviously lights glaring off of a water drop on the camera. And so we can't do much about it. As Eden's going to roll out the pass, and it's going to be just overthrown. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 14, not 3rd and 4. So
be interesting to see how the Royals play calling might change here in the second quarter as they're going with the win now instead of against it. May see a couple more passes, especially here when you're in 3rd and long.
And after you just had a successful one against.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't a far throw, but nonetheless.
So Eden is going to roll out, and he's going to run it himself, and we got a flag.
Yeah, not a good sign. Should be holding there on the Royals if I was a betting man. Yeah, holding on the Royals.
So what's more important here? I guess field position would be important here. So I'm scooting them back. It's going to be hard. There's not going to be too many 14-yard plays, I don't think.
No, 40. I would imagine that 45-yard pass is probably pretty close to the highest play of the game, highest total yardage play of the game.
It is the second quarter now. So I'll fix that.
Wind just picked up here, and oh my gosh.
And they do throw it.
Pass.
Oh, I don't know.
Just
you can't really see it. The wind and the rain is now just blowing across the field right now. I don't know.
I don't really know if you're a wide receiver how
from this
you make
view.
a catch here. Like downfield, even if you got one up there. Because if you're a wide receiver now, yes, you have the wind to help you get the ball up in the air and go. However, the rain's flying right into your eyes as you're looking for the ball.
And that camera view just gives you just the idea of how hard it's blowing. and all right, Eden's going to throw.
Punt.
Oh, punt.
Rugby punt, yep. Going to try and flip the field. And another huge bounce there. And they're going to say it went out of bounds right about the 9 or he's moving. About 11, 12-yard line. So the Royals flip the field here. And field position's probably going to play a pretty be a key factor here as well. Not only where you are on the field, but also how close you are to the end zone.
I just realized I forgot to hit record. Coach Guy wanted me to hit record. So we're recording now.
I won't tell him.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't need it.
I don't think we've lost power yet.
No. All right. Milan takes over long field against the wind.
Just a scrum there in the middle.
Yep. He does get good yardage. Well, I guess it's about 4.
4 or
farther
5
than that to me. I think that was blockers.
That's part of the Milan offense that's so tough to defend against is you just don't always know who has the ball, and they're going to do a fairly good job. And well, I'm going to blame the rain. I don't know about you, but I'm going to blame the rain when I say one guy has it and he doesn't. So
I'm going to try this. See if this view is better. And hopefully I just remember to turn it. So right now I think this view might be better than our huddle camera. And we've got a Milan player down. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get all of our commercials in here early on with all the early timeouts. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hancock Regional Hospital and Nine-Star Connect have had a relationship for decades. We share a joint mission to support the development of this county. We want this to be the best place in America to live. We, as a healthcare provider, need telecom support, we need utility support, and so in our various locations, we access the services of Nine-Star Connect. We would not have been able to do that without that partnership with Nine-Star Connect.
Nine-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference...
We still have a Milan player down, so we're going to switch to this camera for a moment. And
you want to shout out the chain crew?
Oh, yeah.
If you can get him.
I just don't want it to be.
Right. I think he's up.
Yeah, he is up walking.
With some help. Oh,
so
hoping nothing too serious there.
We do want to give some credit to our chain gang over there. So we have some normal people that's always there. John Marley, Mike Lewis, and Jim Jackson. And then I don't know if it's Kyle Petrie. I'm not sure who's the yeah,
I
think that's Kyle, maybe.
I thought I saw Tyler Edon in there.
Okay.
I thought maybe. Maybe he was just over there standing next to them when I was walking up.
So we couldn't do the game without them. So thanks to our chain gang. I wanted to give them credit. So the question about the camera and the glare, that camera is mounted. That's called a huddle camera. That's where the game films come from. And it is not movable. Like, it's not, nobody's moving that camera. It is mounted, and it follows the action on the field on its own. So there's no way of adjusting that camera. And I'm sorry the scoreboard's going crazy, but it's using that same camera to read the scoreboard. This one here is in the press box with me, and I'm controlling it with a remote. So maybe this is the best option for now. And we have a timeout by Milan.
Just got it, too. They had just snapped it, so good job there by Coach to go ahead and get that down. Make sure you get a good play here on 4th and 3.
So this camera actually looks through the our window in front of us. So it's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So we may stick with this camera some.
The
problem is when they run down the field and we get all excited if we have a big play, I'm not going to remember to turn the camera with the remote.
It's tough. You get so invested into it. I did that. I filmed in had to do that, and I would get so invested in a big play happen, and you're like, ooh, whoops.
We're on defense, right? Let's get our defensive starters in real quick.
Kristen Love, D-line, Greenfield, Indiana.
Ethan Carter, D-line, Shirley, Indiana.
Joseph Hollenball, defensive line, Carthage, Indiana.
Brendan Trueblood, D-line, Greenfield, Indiana.
Ethan Sipes, linebacker, Charlottesville, Indiana.
Aiden Trueblood, linebacker, Greenfield, Indiana.
Dave Johnson, middle linebacker, Markville, Indiana.
Eli Manship, cornerback, Greenfield, Indiana.
Rylan Shelton, corner, Greenfield, Indiana.
Gavin Bowman, safety, Wilkinson, Indiana.
Garrett Shaw, safety, Nicetown.
All right. Milan picks up a first down on the offsides. Drew the Royals offsides, and it was what, 3rd and 4 or 4th and it was short. Enough to give the Indians a first down.
Yeah. Yeah, that little move they have to a whole new formation is going to be kind of tricky in this. Well, it's tricky anyway. Tough to line up against as a defense.
Handoff on the left side goes nowhere.
You just see all the splashes as guys start tumbling down the field.
And, I mean, these are two really good football programs, good football teams this year. This rain is neutralizing a lot of the things they do normally.
A lot of the explosiveness from both sides, absolutely.
I just realized that's still on there. I gotta watch this screen because it's live. And bad snap. The ball's on the ground, and it's a scrum for the loose ball. And
Milan's got it.
Yep. So it's gonna be. They jump back on it.
I may have to watch this screen with you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a better view if we watch the TV above us here.
That one doesn't have a delay, right?
This one's not delayed, but these are delayed.
Okay.
So, and let us know if we're like our voice. We had to delay our voice about 2 seconds. So, let us know if we're calling the action before it happens, or if we're calling it after.
There's that formation change for Milan.
Oh, fumble again.
He's able to hop on it, just slides 3 yards.
Yep. And both quarterbacks, I think, are showing some frustration.
Yeah.
Because Eden's had some issues as well. As it's now going to be 4th and a long 4th and 16 at least.
Yeah.
And
against the wind.
Against the wind, a punt here cannot go very far. I can't imagine.
You can see the Royal sideline there telling them to scoot up. Even if they punt it, I don't think they're worried about how far it's going.
They're not going to return it.
No. Well, and even if they did get a punt away and got it up in the air, you don't want a kid trying to catch it and adjust to it in the air and everything. It's too much. Just get away from it. Yep, and then boom, you're still on your side of or you're now in Milan territory.
And it's not going to go very far there in the pond. So once it hits the pond, it stopped.
Yeah, died.
Let's just see what the other camera. Yeah. Yeah, this camera is definitely better. Maybe if it ever dries off there, we will improve. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Typically, it's a 2-second delay when we use the cameras up here, so we have to delay our voice 2 seconds for our home games. All right, let's see if the Royals can get some. Hey, I feel like it cleared up.
Yeah, the winds kind of died down just a little bit, and the rain isn't blowing nearly as hard as it was. As you get the Royals in motion, manship, jet sweep, and just not a lot of room to make anything happen there.
Oh, yeah, I was watching the delay.
So maybe it looks like he just got back to the line of scrimmage there.
It's going to wait. That's why that 2 seconds of the previous screen, that's why you see 2 seconds of the last screen when I switch to this camera. We'll try it because it's definitely more clear.
I won't get my yard.
Yep, 1 yard. Eden's going to hand it off to Wheeler.
There's a
Wheeler's
hole.
got a big hole.
He just got to make a man miss.
Can he get
Still
away?
running. Nope. They're going to call us forward progress here eventually.
Sorry.
Well, maybe. Holy cow.
They can't put him back there, right? Okay.
Whew. No, they won't put him back there, but my goodness, I would have thought the whistle would have gone from a while ago.
Sorry about I'm using a joystick and I got a little I think everybody just got motion sickness at home. It's kind of it's not really like a PlayStation Xbox controller. It's more like an Atari. It's closer to an Atari joystick.
Really good hold there from the right side of the offensive line, and Wheeler doing his best just to make sure he's holding on to the ball and picking up the yards that he can. Low snap, handoff to Wheeler.
Powers through.
And just going to pick up about 2 or 3 there.
Over under 35 carries for Wheeler.
35's a lot.
He had 30-something last week.
Yeah. I'd probably say over tonight if I had to guess.
This game is moving right along, just 4:50. Not your typical Royals football game.
Not from this year, that's for sure.
Wheeler trying to break some tackles. It does carry.
Yeah. He does a really good job of just keeping the legs churning, even after the point of contact or first contact. And he picks up pretty good yards there every time he's touching it.
Do you want to thank everybody watching? We are on, should be on, well, last time I looked, we were not streaming on IHSA TV for some reason. Yeah, for some reason, IHSA TV is not working, but we're on YouTube and Facebook. If you comment on YouTube and Facebook, we can see it right here in the press box. So we enjoy interacting. Eden's going to run off the left side, and he's going to pick up a good gain.
Yeah. Looks like if they can get away from that little mud spot there in the middle of the field, there's some more traction. He looked, that's probably the best he's looked, most controlled he's looked all night there.
It's first down. What is Atari? Now you're making me feel old. That's not nice, Delaney. See if we can block Delaney. All right. All right. Eden's going to run to the left side again. It's pretty much the same play.
Yeah.
Just get behind your offensive line.
Yeah.
And chug forward.
But at this point, too, you're going to see if the play works, they may not come right back to it, but it'll definitely be in the back pocket, and it may not be too long before it does come back. A nice pickup of, I'm going to say 4 yards there for Edon.
Yep, 2nd and 6. Eden's going to go again. He's going to get to the outside.
Makes a man miss. Able to pick up another 3 or 4 as they keep the clock winding there.
I'm just going to try to see what
I thought he picked up.
Hey, that's cleared up. We're going to go back to this camera. That's our huddle camera.
Only about 1 there, actually.
I feel a lot less pressure. A lot less pressure to turn the camera the right direction. All right. Third and 5. Eden in the backfield with Wheeler, and he's going to low snap. He's going to run right up the middle, and he's going to break a couple tackles.
He's still on his feet, getting a little push there.
Now we need to probably use this as our viewer. We can watch it on here.
Right.
And get a better view. And the viewers see this. So Royals first and goal, best drive by either team so far tonight. And it's probably no coincidence that, the rain's still coming down pretty good and blowing, but it seems more visual.
Low snap, bobbled just a little bit, and good pressure there by 15, McCowan.
I think they have a family member watching.
Yeah.
Oh, that white balance is awful.
I'm going to lose a couple yards there. Make it about 2nd and 7, I believe. Probably about a loss of 2 or 3.
Royals did get the ball to start.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be Indians' ball after half. And Wheeler's going to – oh, no, it's Eden. Who is it?
Eden had it. They called it incomplete, yeah, so he must have just tried to throw a shovel pass forward. I missed kind of what was happening there.
I probably should have hit replay. These huddle cameras are pretty impressive what they can do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the quality is really improved because the rain has settled down a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely not as much rain or as much wind as when we first started here.
All right, Eden in the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to roll out, and he throws a pass, and it was deflected nicely by Austin Green. And incomplete.
Thrown towards Manship, and that's going to bring up 4th. Oh, field goal. All righty.
Really? It is with the wind.
It is with the wind.
And we've seen a 60-yard field goal in the Central Indiana tonight, I believe. Points are going to be important.
Yeah. Yeah, getting this close to the goal line, you got to make the best of it.
And it is going to be really short. No good. So we're going to still be scoreless. Milan's going to take over. And what was that? What was that? Down 4th and
6.
6. Was it goal to go or was it?
Yeah, 4th and goal. Yep.
All right.
About a 16-yard try there. 20.
Okay. So
Not.
Marsh under center. And another low snap. It's handed off to Green. Green fumbles it for a minute. But
He's off to the races.
Yep.
Oof.
He goes down. We didn't talk about it, but he was one of our players to watch tonight. Austin Green and Garrett Shaw was going to be our players to watch. And that's really his first carry, I believe.
Yeah. First one of significance, at least.
And Marsh, again, going to be under center. And it's going to be handed inside.
Counter.
Yep. Number 5, I think.
15 again.
You're right.
McCown.
15, McCown.
Milan's going to take their last time out here with 36 seconds left here in the first half.
We will have the homecoming festivities. Let's go check out Milan's huddled for this timeout. So, oh yeah, it's way better. Here comes Milan ready to do Royals still in their huddle. Looks like you're going to have Green in the backfield with Marsh.
Yeah, McCowan and number 25 out here to the near side. Can't quite tell who's there to the far side, but this is definitely the most spread out they've been all night as they get to some clean field here. And it's going to be a pole.
Ooh, Marsh.
And he's got some room. Good tackle there by Gavin Bowman out on the right side of the field. Make sure he doesn't get too much more.
McEwen is the pronunciation.
Oh, okay. There you go.
McEwen. Thank you. We appreciate that. We don't want to mispronounce names. I'm using the this camera to read numbers.
Good job there by Marsh to get out of bounds and save some time here. Just 9 seconds there off the clock for that play, and a nice fresh set of downs here for the Milan Indians.
Could see him go back to it here.
Yep. Keeps it again. Green out in front. Green lays a good block, and he's tackled in bounds that time, and Milan probably will have about one play left, unless they can get to it and spike it.
That's what they do.
So. Still, I don't count that one as a play.
Right.
So you got about one play, assuming it's going to be some kind of pass to try and get close to the end zone.
They did throw a pass in the first quarter, but it was with the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, just a nice light rain right now. Can hardly tell it's out there.
All right. Green back in the backfield with Marsh. And Marsh is going to throw.
It's going to be a screen pass out to number 2. New name.
Yep. And that's going to end the first half. So neither team able to score in the first half. And we're going to have halftime, 0-0 halftime. We're going to have homecoming festivities. We're going to plug in the PA guy so you can hear it, and I will do my best to follow it with the camera here. So let's see here. I think I got that. Oh, those records are wrong. Was not prepared. Both teams are 3-2.
From last week, yeah.
All right, we need to listen for when John starts talking. And I wonder where they're setting up. I hope they're not over here.
They are.
Oh, great. Right where our camera's not pointed.
You can get they're right there in the bottom right. Oh, that's the huddle
other
camera though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rearrange a camera here so we can see homecoming. And I'll get rid of let's see what I got. Yep, right.
They're going to be right there. They're not far from that, so.
They did not ask me where I needed them to walk from.
That's extremely rude of them.
Yes. All right, let's switch to that camera so we're ready. And we're going to switch to the PA guy. I hope. That might be really loud. It doesn't need to go up much, and we'll turn us down.
This week, Eastern Hancock High School celebrated their fall homecoming. The theme was the Wild West. Homecoming week kicked off on Saturday with the homecoming dance. Next, the halls were filled with Wild West decorations. On their way to classes, students walked through the freshman gold mine, the sophomore bank, junior jail, and the senior watering hole. The freshmen won the decorating competition. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, Powder Puff football was canceled due to the weather, but will be rescheduled for next week. Thursday night was sledgehammer volleyball, and the senior class was victorious over the juniors in the championship game to solidify the three-peat. Earlier today, students gathered in the gym for a pep rally to show their support and school spirit. Now we would like to announce this year's homecoming court members before crowning our 2024 fall homecoming king and queen. The freshman homecoming court members are Josie Hunt and Luke Manship. Josie is the daughter of Ty and Leanne Hunt. She is a member of the volleyball team and participates in student council. Luke is the son of Libby and Mike Manship. Luke plays football, basketball, track, and is a member of the Hancock County 4-H. Representing the sophomore class this evening are court members Claire Wallace and Gavin Jenkins. Claire is the daughter of Megan and Chad Wallace. She participates in basketball and track. Gavin is the son of Brandon and Samantha Jenkins. He participates in baseball and basketball. The junior homecoming court members are Lily Maxwell and Christian Wisman. Lily is the daughter of Brittany and Chris Maxwell. She is the co-president of Student Council and Voice. Christian is the son of Julie Wetter and Kenny Wisman. He participates in football, wrestling, National Honor Society, and is a Y Give member. Now for our senior homecoming court members and king and queen candidates. First, we have Cammie Knight and Luke Schilling. Cammie is the daughter of Tricia and Scott Knight. She has played volleyball all 4 years of high school and is a member of National Honor Society. Luke is the son of Natalie and Eric Schilling. He participates in basketball, tennis, FFA, and the Hancock County 4-H. Next, we have Caitlin Lowe's and Gabe Johnson. Caitlin is the daughter of Jamie and Jeremy Lowe's. She participates in Eastern Hancock Volleyball, Academy Volleyball, Student Council, and National Honor Society. Gabe is the son of Hunter Johnson. He participates in football and wrestling. Next, we have Haley Riggs and Cameron Adkins. Haley is the daughter of Krista and Ronnie Riggs and participates in tennis and is an IA at school. Cameron is the son of Julie and Mike Adkins. Cameron participates in band and swimming. Our final two court members are Cameron Andrus and Michael Anarino. Cameron is the daughter of Amy and Ben Andrus. She has been part of the Eastern Hancock Lady Roller basketball team for 5 years, is a member of the National Honor Society, and works as an IA in the Essential Skills classroom. Michael is the son of Patty and Mike Anario. He participates in weightlifting, manages for basketball, and is a member of SOAR. If we could get a drum roll. Your 2024 homecoming king is Michael Anarino. And your 2024 homecoming queen is Caitlin Lowe's. Let's give a big round of applause for our homecoming court, kings and queens.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, we're in tournament time. Girls golf regionals coming up, and we have a lot to look forward to. Week number 6 of football. The soccer pairing show comes up Sunday. The football pairing show comes up October 13. We are in the midst of regular season and postseason play. It's a fun time of year for everyone involved.
Buckle up, because here it comes, but boy, it's a great time of year, and so it's unbelievable as we've walked into this part of the year, and we're sitting here and we've already played 5 football games and 6 is on the docket for this weekend. I mean, the season just goes so fast, which means all of our other tournament series are right around the corner. We had several girls golfers. We had a couple shot of 65 this past weekend.
Wow.
And several sub-70 scores across the state in girls golf, shaping up to be one heck of a tournament. But 65, Coach, I would say that I don't break 65 on 9 holes, so that's 18 sometimes. Talking about my golf game here a little bit. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to go, and we're going to continue to play and celebrate some kids along the way.
We've talked about this before, but the cool thing is with the IHSA Champions Network is that all of our sports have pairing shows, and I would stack what we do production-wise, information-wise, up against anything that's done on a national level.
Yeah, I think that's right, Coach. And, and it's free. It's a free show to tune in and watch. A lot of them are on Sundays, and we have the pairing shows that students get together, and they look forward to that draw. But it is an incredible value. We don't, and I don't think people realize a lot that on our Champions Network at IHSATV.org, every sectional round that's broadcast, now we certainly can't broadcast all of them, but they're free to watch. And every regional round that's broadcast is also free to watch. And there's not a fee involved with watching our tournament games until we get to the semi-state or the state final games. And so we really try to provide a service to our families that want to watch contests.
Well, I think we do, and I think we do it quite well. And mentioning that, again, the pairing show for football coming up on the 13th, week number 6. Weather has been interesting this fall, Commissioner. We've had a couple of weekends that have been challenging to get games in.
It has been, and anytime that thunder and lightning comes out, we've got to be on the safe side and make sure that we get we keep everybody safe. And it looks like we got a little hurricane that's going to be heading up to the Midwest here this weekend, and it may be a little damp in some parts of the state this Friday night, but I don't think the severe weather is coming with that. So we get a little wet, and we're all dry out eventually, and we'll be all right.
You finished your meetings with the principals this past week. I'm curious what your thoughts were in a general sense of how all of that went. It's always good to hear from the constituents and from the people whom you serve. It's always good to have face-to-face opportunities with them.
It's always good to hear what's going on in their world, and they're more than willing to share that information with you, which is good. But one thing I take away from that is with all the changes going on nationally with the NIL and transfer portal and just it seems like it's an ever-changing world right now. Our members here in Indiana are still steadfast in their support of an education-first athletic system, and they do not believe that we should have a system here of wide-open transfers, much like the NCAA does, nor do they believe student-athletes. NIL is, in the collegiate model, is not something that they believe fits in the high school model, and I would agree with them. And so that's information that's good for us because we need to know that. And we're always going to have some folks that thinks it needs to look a little different, and I understand that and respect those opinions too. But as a membership organization, I've got to listen to what our members are saying first.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All righty. Welcome back here to Charlottesville, Indiana, as we get ready to start the second half of this defensive battle we've got going on for two teams who have scored 90 points the past 2 weeks each. So here in the first half, Elijah Edon is 2 for 5 with 46 yards. One of those coming off the big 45-yard play to Manship there at the end of the first quarter. Wheeler has 11 carries for 40 yards, and Edon, his counterpart, has 13 carries for 34 yards. Don't have a lot of stats for Milan right now, but not a lot of ball movement until right there at the end of the half. Austin Green had a couple big plays, and then quarterback Wyatt Marsh also had a couple big runs to kind of get the Indians going here and to prepare for the second half of the game. So as the rains let up a little bit, the wind's not nearly howling as much as it was. It'll be interesting to see the offensive firepower kind of come out and see which team may strike first here.
Yeah, we're going to have the Indians going against the wind here in the third quarter. Royals will have the wind to their back. Still blowing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the flag's whipping still. I think the rain's just let up, so it doesn't look like it's nearly as much. This may be the first time the Royals have booted it deep this year, and that's a really good kick there by Evan Wheeler.
Yep. All right, let's see what kind of adjustments. I don't know how many adjustments you can come up with. Just don't fall. Try to keep your footing.
There is one formation that I know Edge has in the playbook that I was a tad surprised that I didn't see there in the first half, especially as they got closer to the goal line. So I'm not saying we should expect to see it here in the second half, but I would, again, be a little bit surprised if we don't see that formation. It's kind of compact. I would say is mainly used for a game like tonight, although the Indian front 6 or 7 is not your typical 6 front or 7. They're pretty stout, and running down the middle has not been super efficient. It's kind of been right off the tackles there. As Marsh takes the first snap, it's a direct snap to Green as he gets out to the right side here. And that's going to be swallowed up.
Here's that Shaw.
Shaw comes down and makes a play after
Yep.
hardly maybe a 1-yard gain there. Look like those long stretched out plays look like they pick up a ton of yards, and then they really only end up getting a couple. Running more east and west than north and south there. Or I guess I can say for our field, north and south than east and west.
And they're stuck in that mud pit.
Yeah.
Really, the field looks pretty good except for that one area right there.
Yeah, most of the first half was played right there on the field.
Marsh is in the shotgun.
There was a direct snap right down. Yeah, I was going to say. Ball never got back to Marsh. Number 11, Cameron Gilb there on the carry. Right up the gut, kind of caught the Royal defense off guard there, and then right as we say, the wind kind of died down, or the rain's kind of died down, here it comes back. So.
Yeah. Thought the homecoming festivities. Hopefully everybody heard that okay and could see it okay. Thought it went well. One of our best as far as us showing it during a stream. I think that wraps up our homecoming this game. And Marsh brings
Marsh
it down.
Keeps it.
And he nearly.
I think he's going to get it.
Yep, he's going to get a first down. He was really holding on to the ball tight there. Manship with the tackle. I know a lot of people don't have power. My wife just texted me and said that she's going to have to let me in.
I was going to say, it sounds like a lot of people in Greenfield are without power right now.
All right, Marsh takes the snap. He gets it to Green.
Sipe there. Swallow it up again. Not much there happening. Maybe about a 2 or 3 yard gain. And the Royal uniform. Usually blue and gray is kind of turned into a blue and brown tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier I saw a player out there and the pants looked awfully clean. They had just gotten in. You could identify the substitution pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Indians able to draw him off sides.
Hey, look at your shoe. All right.
So that'll bring up second and pretty short here for the Indians. Second and about 3, long or short 4.
Marsh does hand it off to Green, and it looks like they're going to push him forward for a first down.
Should be enough again.
And this is the Indians' maybe second best drive. They had the big drive right before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Right at midfield. And one thing we haven't talked about, the importance of the ball boys tonight.
Yeah, play a huge role, keeping the balls dry, keeping them.
And a lot of those are your players, right? Middle school players.
Yeah, a lot of middle school guys out there doing a really good job helping with a lot of different tasks out here for the varsity team.
Green's going to take it.
To the outside. Good job there by
Oh,
Brennan Trueblood, and we got some room.
And a big run. And he just had a burst of speed that we haven't seen tonight. That's the first time we've seen that kind of burst through the line.
Yeah, if you watch Brennan Trueblood and Gabe Johnson get to the outside and contain it well, but there's no one to help fill that spot. And there he just finds the hole and makes something happen there for the Indians.
He's one that we're watching. He leads them in rushing. One of our players to watch.
Yeah, he'll be one to definitely keep an eye on here as the night goes on. Marsh with the keep. About a 2 or 3 yard pickup there. Tackled by Brennan Trueblood there for about 2 yards.
Picked up 2 on the play, but now he's second and 8.
Marsh back in the shotgun. If I was a bet man, I'd say this is going Green to the right side.
Yep.
Tries to find a cutback lane and able to pick up a decent chunk there.
It's going to bring a 3rd and short.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a flag, or is that a
I don't think so. Towel, I think.
Green on the carry for Milan.
So there's something on the ground there. That's what I was confused.
3-yard gain on the play will now be 33.
All right. Marsh in the backfield, Green with him. And
High snap, and it's bobbled. Marsh just going to take it himself.
He's going to get the first down, too. Yep. And about the 10-yard line. So good making a play out of a tough situation there. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Maybe not. Are we?
I think he got to the 10, so it should be 1st and goal, yeah.
1st and goal from the 10. I can't use the secondary camera on this end of the field because there's a wall there. Marsh in the shotgun. And a direct snap
right up the middle. He's going to creep in. Gilb for the touchdown.
So touchdown, Indians. And let's see the replay. So the person right up behind the center kind of just takes it instead of the quarterback in shotgun. And he gets shoved right up the middle, and Royals weren't quite able to defend it. And now you're going to have 5 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter of having the wind to your back for the Royals. Looks like they're going to go for 2. They were kicking extra points at the other end of the field.
Yeah, with the wind they were.
And they're going to, Marsh is going to take it to the outside.
See what he can get.
And he gets in. 2-point conversion. So Milan strikes first, 8-0. And Royals will try to counter that here, see what kind of adjustments they made offensively. Milan made some good adjustments, obviously. And we're going to be right back right after this commercial.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1900.
All right.
Getting close to about time for your trivia.
Yeah. Trivia. We do have a trivia tonight.
Does it have anything to do with how many times the Royals have played in a hurricane?
No.
Huh.
But
I think
this
I know
is not the first.
Dang. Well, I was going to say I think I know the answer, but you just shot me down.
Yep. Looks like the tennis invitational has been canceled tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah.
So if you're planning on seeing the tennis invitational, you may check that tomorrow. Coach Hibbert has a boys golf outing on Sunday, but they're tough. Golfers are tough, so they'll probably play still. Sorry you had to hear me drink. All right. Oh, and I think I got a text message. There's a cheerleading competition tomorrow at Mount Vernon as well.
I'm going to imagine that one's still on.
Yes. All right.
Ball's in the air, kick to Manship. I think Milan watched film last year on Garrett Shaw's returning abilities. Shaw does a pretty good job there and gets it out to the 45, though.
That was Manship.
Manship, excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, I was surprised because Knightstown kicked,
Felt like directly at Shaw every time, yeah.
I'm about to take another drink.
So as the Royal offense comes out for the first time here in the second half, we'll see what kind of looks they'll give here with the wind to their back, see if they may pass it a little bit more, take a couple shots. We'll see if they'll try and lean back on that front 7 or 8 here from the Milan Indians.
All right. Eden in the backfield with Wheeler. Brown on the near side. Eden's going to roll out.
Pull it.
Ooh, yeah. Threw it to Manship, but it was low and outside.
Yeah. That's going to be a kind of an issue, I think, as we get going here in the second half, is just the passing game. I mean, he's thrown 5 times and completed 2 of them tonight, so not a lot of continuity or ability to get kind of that rhythm that most quarterbacks are looking to build as the game goes. So we'll see if he can't kind of establish that here in the next 5:14.
Eden looks like Manship in motion. The handoff to Wheeler. Wheeler's got 2 hands on it. Now he's going to try to look for a cut and nowhere. Great defense by the Indians there, led by number 2.
Grant Langferman,
yep.
coach's kid.
Yep. While you mentioned that, we'll kind of look at the coaches here real quick. Coach Echeverria here, 6th season, has 39 wins here at Eastern Hancock. And Coach Langferman, 17th season, 114 wins.
Pretty impressive anytime you can surpass that 100-win mark in any sport.
And Eden's going to look to throw. And
it's a high wobbly one. Brown completes it.
No, it is Brown. Yep. And he's good job fighting for the extra yardage there. So good throw and catch from Eden to Brown.
Yeah, looked a little wobbly, so really good focus and drive there tomorrow to go ahead and finish that play off there by Brown.
Brown kind of sat down there in an open spot, and Eden just put it right on him. For some reason our scoreboard's not reading, so. All right. First down and 10, Royals. And Eden's going to just take it right up the middle, and he's going to get a nice pickup of about 6.
5 or 6 there, yeah.
So I guess middle school volleyball plays the Mid-Eastern Conference tournament tomorrow at Shenandoah.
Good luck to them. Had a really good year so far, it sounds like.
Yeah, and the 8th grade won that last year. 7th grade, a lot of those 7th graders were playing on the 8th grade team last year when they won it as 8th graders. So
wow, good.
And the volleyball program has a lot of numbers in the middle school, so that's good luck to them, like you said. Wheeler this time up the middle. He makes one man miss.
Nice cut. Good run, good hole. Really good push there from the front 5 or 6 there from the Royal line.
And we're seeing the offense improve a little bit here.
Yeah.
It's still windy, like we said. The only reason we can't see the wind is because it's not raining as hard.
Yeah.
So trips to the near side. Eden in the backfield. And he hands it off to Wheeler again. Wheeler
ball's on the ground.
Oh, no. Yep, I didn't see it. Yep, it's going to be Milan football as Wheeler fumbles that one.
I believe 52, Colby Bushhorn was in the backfield. 52, maybe.
Score is 8-0, not.
May have been 53. Landon Stanley back there pretty early to kind of disrupt that handoff. I don't know if Wheeler ever fully had 2 hands on it. So
the score is not 0-2. It is 8. So the scoreboard reader's not working. It's not even close, actually.
A little wonky. So we'll see what the Royal defense can do here as the Indians come back out and try and add to their lead. Hand off to Green out to the far side. He's going to pick up about 4 yards.
The problem is we have a lot of moisture on the camera and it won't read it. That big downpour and it was working, and now it's not.
Don't you just love technology?
It's probably because it's not raining to wash the rain off.
It's just sitting on it.
It's just sitting on it.
Yeah. Marsh in the backfield in the shotgun here with Green to his left. We got twins to the near side of the field. It's going to be a handoff again to Green, and he just slips in the mud pit. That is the 20 to 35-yard line right now. So I think he loses about a yard or 2 there. That'll bring up 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 here for the Indians.
We're going to abandon the scoreboard reader.
See if the Royals can't get this down to a 4th down and make the Indians make a decision here. Look at that. The Indians have a new substitution here at wide receiver. Number 9, Micah Norman. And that's going to be an illegal procedure or illegal motion there by the Milan Indians. So that'll back them up, make it about 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 here as the Royal Faithful comes alive here, trying to support the Royals, help them get off the field. Game starts to become a game of time possession as well here. If you keep running the ball, make the other team, or the team down at least, have to kind of pick up the pace when they're on offense, not maybe run their normal set, normal plays. And got a false start as the Milan Indians try and draw the defense off sides. They end up doing it to themselves, so that'll back them up another 5 and bring up third and now more than 15. Assuming the Royals get a stop here as well, you gotta ask yourself, if you're Milan, is a punt even into the wind, but somewhat changing the field position, worth it, or is going for it on 4th down? I guess it depends on the outcome of the play. So as we draw near to the third quarter, Marsh steps back, takes a pass out to number 19, and he picks up about 5 or 6, still not back to the original line of scrimmage. I believe I said 19 there. Brady Alcorn with the catch for about 6 yards. And that should, we got a timeout. So with 32 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Royals are going to take their first timeout.
Probably to force them to kick against the wind here.
Yeah, make a decision. Yep, and using the weather as a factor against the kicking game, or if they're going to go for it or not. So absolutely a good strategy there by Coach Etch, and good thinking.
So again, this scoreboard should be fixed now. Our whatever reason our scoreboard is, I think there's moisture on it. I don't know where they would have got that from, but it would not read the scoreboard anymore, so I'm going to do it manually. So as you can see, the clock there is getting kind of not very easy to read either, which is what same scoreboard we're trying to read. So 8-0 Milan. We're else going to lose down in distance. And they do punt it low.
Try and drive it right into a defensive or a return guy. It's not a bad strategy either. If you can get it to bounce off one and take a wonky bounce and maybe try and recover it. So the Royals going to end up with pretty good field position here, I would imagine, just one play. And then they are also going to be getting the better of the field position here as we about flip to go into the wind. So they're on Milan's 40. And like I said, I think we'll see one run play here. Maybe a shot, I guess. Take one shot as with the wind to your back. I don't know. A lot of questions there as a coach. You take a shot and risk an incomplete pass and play in the mud bowl that is this half of the field, or.
All right. 25.8 left in the third. Eden's going to throw. Oh, he's got him open. Dropped.
Just couldn't hang on to it. Leaked out of his hands. And I don't think that was Wheeler. That was Shaw, I believe, coming out of the backfield.
Yep. We will have the Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia between the third and fourth quarter. So get ready to participate, Royal fans. We always get great participation.
Up to 361.
Yep. And you can comment on YouTube and Facebook, and we can to answer. And Eden's just going to take this one off the right side. He's going to try to get to the outside.
Milan
and he gets
does a
out
good
of
job
bounds.
stretching that one out. They're going to call him down in. So that should take us here to the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
About a 2 or 3 yard pickup. And here's we start the fourth. The Indians lead your Royals 8-0.
All right. So that brings us to the Dave's Express. Let's just do the commercial first, and then we'll
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
All right, here is your Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question. Both Evan Wheeler and Mark Cuby each have a 200-yard rushing game this season. When is the last time that the Royals had two running backs have 200-yard rushing games in the same season?
Clarify something for me. Does Edon count as a running back?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's not that long ago.
So, and if you can tell me who the two running backs were. So what year was it and who? All right. Eden's going to take this right up the middle. He
That's
does
Shaw.
break it. Oh, it's Shaw. You're right. And Shaw's going to pick up a decent amount. Going to make it 4th and about 4. We'll try to do our best to give you the down and distance now that it doesn't show up on the scoreboard anymore. So if you have any answers, you can answer on Facebook and YouTube. What season was the last time the Royals had two running backs have 200-yard rushing games in the same season? And if you can name the running backs, that's bonus points.
There you go. Hand off to Wheeler, and he's got enough for the first.
Yeah. It worried me that it looked like Green was running after the ball there, like he rushed toward him.
Yeah. Yeah, really good push there again by the front line. Crucial 4th down there. Good job picking it up. Good hard running, good push again up front. And you see the Royals here, they're all tight. There is not a wide receiver out to the far side. Bobbled snap. Not much going there. Good job by Eden just to pick it up and try and get back to the line, but he's still going to lose about a yard or two on the play.
A unique formation for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Very rarely do you see the Royal offense not have a wide out. So
far our answers are not very, very good.
Wow. May have something to do with who's answering them.
Yeah, we need to ban Caleb Wallen from answering anymore. Oh, Wheeler goes down.
He had a play there, too, I think, if he can get to the outside. Gabe Johnson was out there on the block. Even though this side of the field looks better, I think it's still
wet.
Still very, slippery. About a loss of 2 there. So see if the Royals can't. I would imagine there's some kind of nope. I thought they might try and draw him off sides. I think they go right back to it. Edon has the ball and carrying and ran out of bounds after about, we'll give him about 6 yards there.
All right, 4th and 8. Royals down 8-0 here.
Another big 4th down. See if they can't pick it up here. Royals spread it back out, go to their more traditional look.
Brown and De La Grange on the far side. Manship at the tight end. Eli and Luke. And passing catch. See the replay.
It was really close. He caught it. I just don't think he had enough
yardage.
No, I think. Well, it would have been close.
They called it incomplete?
He called it incomplete, yeah.
Okay.
I think even if they.
That's pretty close.
It would have been close. I don't know if he got the foot down or not.
See it one more.
It was a pretty good route, pretty good throw.
We got a decent view of it here on the replay.
Oh, I don't know. I think that one you could probably
called it either way.
Yeah.
And got away with it.
Yep. And just a quick snap there. A lot of bodies on the ground.
So here's some of our answers so far. Maggie, Devin Denning, 2016. Cole and JP, 2020. Spencer and Cooper, 2013, when Coach Allen played. Some of our answers so far.
Brings up about 2nd and 7 here as Milan starts to pack it in. And they're going to take a timeout here as well. Let's see if the Royal defense can't make something happen, make a big play here.
200 yards is a lot of yards.
That's a lot.
That's not an easy task here.
Yeah, you got to think you're scoring a lot of points if you're average. If 2 guys get to 200 yards.
Yeah, so
I think I have a guess.
I think it will surprise some people.
Okay, then I'm going to change my guess.
And I also think that Keith Oliver should have a better guess. I'll explain why. Well, maybe not. It might be a little bit after. Royals defense needs to step up here.
Yeah, need to create a play here. They've done done as good a job as any tonight, kind of maintaining this this offense. But now's the time to get themselves off the field and get the offense back. So an end around here to McEwen, and a really good open field tackle because he had some grass there. I think that was Garrett Shaw able to just fly downhill, shoot the alley, as they may say, and make a good open field tackle. Because if he doesn't make that, I think McEwen's got the first down and plenty more.
Archer block disappeared.
There's some down here on this right side. They're up against the fence. I don't think it's nearly as much as there was, but
the crowd did clear out at home after homecoming festivities.
Up the middle to Green, and he stood up. Good tackle there by, I believe that's Gabe Johnson.
That looks like a Gabe Johnson tackle.
Yeah, that's what you would call a pretty uniform tackle with a little bit of power behind it. Another big 4th down play here. Big's going to get redundant very quickly because 4th down plays are always pretty big. But here in the 4th quarter, as the Royals trail, almost every play on defense is big. And they're just going to punt it away.
Nobody back.
Nobody back. And that's a really good kick. And
wow.
Just dies. Really good bounce, and it dies.
Right about the 10-yard line.
Royals going to have to come up with a good drive here.
Some of our answers have kind of slowed down. We haven't had a ton of answers here. So we got Logan Splater with a guess. Wonder why he chose that year.
Yeah, that's
Do you have a guess yet? What do you think?
Me? Well, I had a guess, and then you told me my guess was stupid. So now I'm kind of I'm second guessing it. I wanted to say that one, but then I was like, those always feel a little too obvious, and you're not the guy to pick the obvious answer. So
I did not come up with this. This is a Coach Gallion always gives me suggestions.
There you go.
He's the expert on football history. Run up the middle.
I believe that was Shaw again at quarterback. taking it up the middle.
Eden's getting ready to get the call to go back in.
Yeah.
2002, I got an answer.
I'm going to guess it happened pretty recently. More recent than 2002 would be my guess. I don't know, but.
Well, we'll do it the next break.
I think it may have something to do with the now the second highest scoring game in Eastern program history. And off to the right side, he's got some blockers.
Yep.
Good tackle there by, I think, number 69. Yeah.
Thrown down. Eden wanted a face mask or a horse collar or something there. Looked at the official.
Brandon Sims with a good tackle. And as I look here at the roster, Milan's got a pretty good amount of seniors. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seniors. And a lot of juniors behind them. So I don't think it's a program that's going to waver very much here in the next couple years. Again to the near side. Not much there, but able to pick up a couple to make it 4th and short.
It's going to be real short. All right, big play here. They hand it off the middle. I don't know. I think they're going to mark him short.
Both teams think
one
the other one's wrong or correct. We still have.
They gave a first down. So Royals first down. So there. Are we going to get a measurement? Are we going to get a measurement? We're going to have at least a discussion.
He already pointed, so.
He's going to bring in the sticks. Hey, this would be a good time to talk about our chain gang here. Usually Mike Lewis, Kyle Petrie, Jim Jackson, and John Marley. So we'll see. They're very dedicated.
Yeah, been doing it for a long time.
And it's a first down. Is that our second measurement of the season?
Second measurement. That might be a record.
Yes, that's more than last year combined.
I'm going to have to ask Coach Gallion to put it in the special book he's got here.
Yes. Measurements are not common much anymore.
No. I don't know when that became a point of emphasis, but it felt like.
Where they just thought it slowed the game down
too
much,
something.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So
maybe too many refs were trying to do it. So.
All right, but new set of downs for the Royals. See what they can do with it. Nothing on that play.
Yeah. Different style of offense here for the Royals tonight. Obviously, I mean, it has to be. So I'm not sure they're quite used to playing so close together. I think most of especially the ball carriers, are used to having some more free room to cut and move. And I think you could see it there on that last play that just too many bodies in one area.
Oh, Eden goes down. He wanted to throw it. He brought it back down, and it just collapsed.
Yeah, one of those you just live to see another down. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that one.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
We have no correct answers, by the way, on the trivia.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to re-guess. And a fumble, and that's brutal.
Yeah,
We're now back to the original line of scrimmage from this drive. Or we started on this drive.
On the 10, yeah.
It's going to be 4th and 20. What do we got? What do you got in 4th and 20 playbook on a windy day against the wind?
That's a good question. I'm glad I'm not in this position to make the play call. Let's just say that. Honestly, I probably would try and throw it to the outside, maybe a screen pass. I think Shaw may be out there to the wide side. I can't tell if it's Four or if it's Brown. But I would. Oh, he throws it back to this side.
And there's a lot of room. He's got some space. Can he get the first down? He does. Big play there by the Royals. Huge play. Caught by Luke Manship, right? Baby Manship?
Baby Manship with a huge catch and yards after the catch.
He just snuck in. Look at the lineman out in front, ready to block for him. He stays in bounds. He gets the first down, and that's huge. Great job there.
First catch tonight for 26. Pretty good. He's going to look to throw again.
Oh, it's pass and caught.
Yep.
Near another first down. Going to be just short unless they
gave
it to him.
Depends where he places it. They're going to go ahead and give it to him, 10 yards.
So Royals, after a 4th and 20, they're on
moving.
the move. Manship in motion. And
ball's on the ground.
Man, Wheeler does pick it up. A lot of snaps been pretty low tonight, and a slippery football. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Eden's going to run to the right. He's looking for some blocking. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe. And we get some extracurriculars going there, but no flag. Kind of just wanting to see if we can see it. So Royals wanted a flag. I don't know what happened there. On
an extra shove there at the end.
So somewhere in here. Oh, that wasn't much.
Not a ton, but
I think we've got a
enough.
I think we got a little kid in the chat. All right.
Pass, he's going to.
Oh, and that's a big hit and a fumble out of bounds.
Yeah, big hit there by Langferman.
He had no idea it was coming.
Nope.
So another 4th down. Can they come up with something again? And in the slippery part of the field, as if the other parts are not slippery. Fourth down and 11. Eden's going to try to step
down
up.
The field.
Oh, he
Stay on your
slips.
feet.
Oh.
Still got a chance. And that's going to be just short, I believe. Yep.
Yep. And I think they call it incomplete.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a turnover on downs. Let's go ahead and give our we're going to go ahead and give our answer here. So the answer to the trivia is 2005. 2005. Nick Lawrence versus Indian Creek and North Decatur. And Brett Bragdon versus Shenandoah. So 3 200-yard games that season by 2 different running backs. Been a while.
I read the question completely wrong. So that one's on me. I thought it was when's the last time the Royals have had 2 200-yard rushers in the same game.
No, same season.
Same season, yeah.
Same season. All right, Royals going to have to get a stop and use their timeouts
appropriately
appropriately here.
There's a chance they can get the ball back, but it would be with very, very little time here. Best shot for the Royals right now is to make a play, make a defensive play, to get a strip sack, something.
Do have 2 timeouts, I think.
Yeah, still 2. So if they get a stop here, I think you'll see the first one used.
First down is killer. Oh, a fumble. Oh,
Just about.
Near a fumble.
He kept it, and that's the first time out for, first of the last 2 for the Royals.
So great job there. Pursuit got in the backfield. Royals call the timeout.
You know it's a slick night when the guys on the sideline are slipping and sliding.
Yeah.
Coach Hicks just about ate it. Good footwork, though.
And our cheer block has shrunk.
Dedicated few.
Yes. Let's give them some credit for toughing this out. Our cheerleaders, I believe, have left. They have a contest tomorrow. As you can see, the crowd. We had a decent crowd up to homecoming halftime. And then it shrunk. And then look at that. Milan brought a good crowd as well.
Yeah. Both crowds have still been pretty loud here tonight.
All right, 3rd and 15.
Ball's on the ground.
Where is the ball?
But it's right down the middle. It's that play, direct snap right up the gut. So another timeout here. Going to bring up 4th and long for the Indians. I imagine they'll just punt it away and make the Royals try and drive the length of the field in less than a minute.
Yep. Against the wind with no timeouts. Yep. And then the way the punting has gone, the ball has not been sailing into the end zone, so it's been dying within the first inside the 15-yard line. This is, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting tonight as far as the game. I knew that we had 2 good teams. It's kind of disappointing that the offenses have been
stymied by the weather.
Yes. Because if this is on a drive game, we could be talking about 60 points plus, probably both teams combined.
Yeah. My original prediction before I saw the weather report was 38-31. So.
Yeah. And now we're in an 8-0 ball game. Coach Dowd wanted to know what the score was. Apparently, she couldn't read it on there. It's 8-0. She needs to get her readers on.
Yeah. Well, the 8 kind of looks like a 0 sometimes.
Oh.
And it is a punt.
And it's going to
nice
take
little
a good
bounce again.
Punters have done. Their punter has done a nice job.
Yeah.
Or is it their kick? Is it their quarterback that's been kicking it?
I think it's a quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a nice job on every kick.
Royals going to start from the 10-yard line again.
There's been quite a few times that Milan's had really good field position, and I can't think of really maybe one time that we had good field position.
There's been a couple.
Been a couple.
Yeah, but not just a ton. No, you're right.
48.9, no timeouts, so you got to get out of bounds.
Yeah.
You got to get first downs.
Yep.
And
see if the Indians kind of play a little prevent defense. They got a couple guys pretty far back here, so we'll see if there's not some running lanes open here, kind of inviting the offense to play in the middle of the field away from the sideline. But if you're picking up
little manship, Luke got 2 hands on it, but got popped pretty good there. Couldn't bring it in.
Whew. Glad he's up and moving okay. That was a shot.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 44.5. $90 yards is what they need to get here quickly. Screen pass out to Eli Manship. Eli's got a little bit of room.
If he can get some blocks and get out of bounds. Good job.
So, yep, it gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
First down.
So 36.4. They're rotating footballs in all the time, keeping the dry ones out there. Well, the rain looks like it's almost non-existent now.
Yeah. Our windows are pretty dry. Screen pass to the other side to Shaw, and he's tracked down. He's going to be down and inbounds.
Got to get up there
quick. Got to
quick.
get to the ball and either spike it or run another quick play.
Can't waste any time. They did a substitution, too.
Yeah.
They're
going to run it.
Over the middle, but that's – oh, they flip it. Oh.
You're still playing.
Yep. And they're going to be down right there, and that's going to
first down.
Oh, is it a first down?
It's a first down, so the clock's going to stop for a second.
So a lot of flipping around. Get up on the ball. 10 seconds. Clock is running. Actually, it's 4 seconds. I was looking at the wrong screen.
I think the clock started a little early because the chains aren't set yet, so the play for whistle shouldn't have come just yet. Yeah, I was going to say they're going to put, looks like 11 seconds back up on the clock as the Royals get a new ball put in. Luke's jersey is just dirt brown at the moment.
And so they need to be ready to snap this right. We'll probably spike it right here, right?
I think they'll go ahead and run their play. Nope, you're right.
So, Royals, 8.1.
Wow, that was a quick spike.
Anthony Richardson. Need the Anthony Richardson arm here against the wind.
Yeah, into the wind.
I don't think he could do that.
Now would be the time you'd want to be in a stadium.
Roof is open tonight.
Just a little.
So most likely, unless they get out of bounds quickly, it's going to be the last play of the game.
Be ready for some fireworks here.
Yeah, there's the old hook, and they were going to
try the hook and ladder. Yep.
Yeah.
Thrown short, and that's okay. Gives you another look at something.
So
Not real sure what you got here, but
I lied. That was not the last play. Five seconds left. It is the fourth quarter. Sorry, it says third. That's what happens when we don't have a scoreboard. And
Wheeler's just going to take off. See if he can't get out of bounds. Oh, he stayed in bounds. They threw it back. Edon's got some guys. He's going to throw it back to Wheeler, and that's just going to be stuck in the mud.
Yep, and they're going to try to return it.
Yeah. That'll end the game.
So Milan's going to win the game 8-0. And a absolute mud bowl of a field here. And it's we do want to thank everybody for joining us. And we're going to try, hopefully everybody can get home safe, because we've heard there's lots of trees and power lines down in the area. So I'm not sure what the route is to get home. So, thank you for joining us. Let's see here. Let's do a quick post game, I guess, with some stuff. You have any stats for us?
Edon got to over 100 passing yards is what I got him for. I had him for 120. Wheeler at 48 yards rushing. Edon at 57 yards rushing. Shaw with 5 yards receiving. Older manship Eli with 23, Luke with 36, and Brown with 16.
So I don't know. You have some ideas for our Paxton Farm Sweet Corn Player of the Game? It's got not a lot of fireworks. So
no, not a lot of fireworks.
Give our offensive line.
I think you give it to offensive and defensive line just down in the trenches literally tonight. Playing and sticking your hand in the mud every play. It can't be easy mentally, so good job to them doing there was pushes from both sides all night, so Really good job by both offense and defensive line.
Yeah, so I agree. It was tough, and they were going to be an important part of this game. That not scoring, that when we got down, we attempted the field goal. That drive was probably our best chance at scoring all night. But do want to thank everybody that watched, and we will kind of get packed up and get out of here and get home. Our next live stream, I believe, is volleyball against Lapel next Thursday. And then we will ask for permission to go to Monroe Central next Friday night. And we've done that stream before, so I anticipate, they have a new AD, but I anticipate getting permission. And we'll try to get that stream. So volleyball at Lapel or against Lapel, and then at Monroe Central next Friday night. And I do want to thank everybody that braved the conditions tonight to come out here, because there was some people that had to be here. There was a few people that had the option to come.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people that had to be here and did it and pulled it off. We don't have to come back tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.